What is up, everybody? Welcome to Burning Hammer Wrestling Live. My name is Seth. This is my buddy Dave over here. And we talk about wrestling every 2 weeks. If you would like to support us, please go over to shop.clearshotstudios.com and buy something cool over there. Very simple, very quick. You know what I mean?
Easy money.
Do that and help us out if you feel the need to.
Yeah.
So SummerSlam.
Yep.
I enjoyed it.
Me
overall.
too. Me too.
I thought
I really enjoyed it.
They cleaned some things up. I felt like the ads weren't as in your face.
Agreed.
Although, like, granted, the stream that we were watching was kind of just those screens where it's like, we'll be back soon or whatever. You know what I mean? But it didn't feel like the ad breaks were as long. They weren't quite as in your face as they seemed to be.
Yeah.
There was a lot of weird brand, like, mascots and shit like that.
Yeah. I thought, and I'm sure it's probably somewhere, as far as branding goes, the worst one was the mug root beer guy for Chad Gable. Was such a big why.
Yeah, when you interfere too much with what's going on is weird.
Like, that moment is only about Chad Gable having his moment and winning the IC title, though,
it's
in his
not
hometown.
About root
so
beer.
Probably fuck off with the root beer, though.
Yeah.
That was weird to me. But nobody's even going to remember. So people like us will remember it as a funny why moment. But all anybody's actually going to care about is, Gable finally won a singles title. Let's go.
I like root beer, though, to be fair.
I love root beer, and I love mug root beer, and I like mug root beer's advertising normally, but that was odd.
That was a miss, yeah.
Yeah, that was a rare miss for mug root beer.
Yeah. Mug root beer usually hits, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But yeah, Liv versus EO, I missed like a lot of this match.
It was good.
But yeah, I heard good things about it.
It was real good.
Then when I finally like sat down and settled in, this would have been night one.
Yeah.
I was at my parents' house and I was like hanging out in their screen house. And they have a little smart TV in there.
Yeah,
and
you told me about that.
Gets their Wi-Fi. So I'd like casted my phone to it. And so I watched it with my brother and my cousin in there. And that was pretty cool. Just like, drinking the little, drinking the, what are they? They're like, they're not, they're like sparkling water, vodka or something like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And they're pretty freaking good and it works fast.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
So
they're dangerous.
Yeah. So by the main event, it was pretty cool. And then we set off fireworks during the cage, the Hell in a Cell match. That was pretty sick. So it was a cool night one.
Yeah,
and then night two, I watched with you guys.
Yep.
But I sat down for the Gunther Aldis match, which I thought was very good. And Aldis is still pretty damn impressive, man.
He looked amazing. I thought their match was awesome.
Yeah. He's in great shape.
It was simple.
How old is Aldis?
He's only in his early 40s.
Yeah.
He can still go for years, dude. He can still go for years. He's 39.
He's not even
a year
40.
older than me, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, he's something special, man. He's something special.
Yeah. No, I thought he was in great shape.
Yeah. To me, I thought they did such a good job of making him come out of the gate looking like a superstar. Mm-hmm. Like a superstar.
Yeah.
His gear is awesome. He came out to Oasis, which was cool as fuck.
Yeah, I thought he just, everything about his performance was great, and I think Gunther's the right guy to put him in. It was perfect. Really.
It was perfect.
Style-wise.
If you want to show people what kind of wrestler Aldis is, he's one of those all-time classic European-style wrestlers, He's a worker's worker who is in that category with guys like Gunther and Regal and Finley and shit. All these legendary European guys who Gunther absolutely is one of them now.
Yes.
Aldis is that type of wrestler who has done a lot, but he hasn't done he hasn't wrestled in WWE anywhere near as much as I hope he does.
Sure.
I'm really hopeful that they use him more. He is fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, it was just like kind of wild to see that,
I'm
you know,
so happy
he's just
that
like, yeah, I can still throw down, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was married to Mickey James.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I didn't know that either.
For years, yeah.
I was
He's
like,
a
oh,
former
shit.
TNA world champion.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, he is.
They did a really good job of talking up to the crowd like, hey, I know this guy's been the GM, and I know you can see, like, he passes the eye test. He's a big jacked guy, right? And his accent's great, and he's such a good talker. And it's like, he's been so great in the GM role, but the whole time, it's like, this guy can go.
Yeah.
Like, top level go, and is a world champion level guy.
I mean, to be fair, Adam Pearce probably, you know, had a career too. So, like,
Absolutely.
It gives you more respect for the GMs.
Yeah, they're both former world champions.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, Adam Pearce is genuinely done because of like injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
But Aldis wasn't. It was just, that's what he got offered. So it's like, I just really hope that he wrestles more. But I like him in the GM role. I think that that's a unique role that it's like, I don't think he's going to want to get rid of that, because once you get rid of the GM role, there's no going back.
Yeah.
Like, maybe there's going back, but it'll never be the same.
Yeah.
Like, the prestige he's built for himself in that role is something he could carry for generations and retire as the greatest GM of all time, having done it for an entire career span worth of time. He could ride that ride for 10 to 15 years and make an entire second chapter of his career out of being one of the greatest GMs or the greatest GM ever, especially if he is able to utilize the GM role to set up storylines where he is forced to get involved and have these big matches with big names to rope in control and shit.
It all depends on like how much he wants to do. Like, I don't know if he really even wants to keep going, you know?
Yeah. He seems happy to be back as a GM and likes doing that, but is very much wanting to do more work.
Sometimes guys that, you know, have been away for a certain amount of time, they get in the ring and they see that they can do it again. That's when they go, uh-oh. And the hunger comes back, you know, and they
it never went away for him. He just went, where's my opportunity?
But you know, maybe he does, maybe it lights something and wants him to, you know, maybe he wants to keep doing this kind of thing.
Yes.
I don't know, but like I think Gunther is, you know, slower paced guy. He's more like methodical in his style.
Deliberate.
And I think that was the right choice for sure to kind of work him into it. I thought the match was it was done well, I thought.
Me too. Yeah.
Then Cody and Punk, which I thought was a decent match, you know, like, I don't know. I wasn't like super blown away by it.
Me neither.
Sometimes I wonder if WWE's kind of coasting on their top guys a little too much.
They are.
And you're starting to see sort of the same thing. It feels like you've seen it already, kind of thing.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of an issue. There's definitely guys that I feel like they need to vault a little bit.
It's like guys like LA Knight. It's like, oh, cool. So you're telling me this guy's top level, but you'll never let him be actual top level.
Well, it's weird because they keep trying to give you signs like, yeah, we know. And then they just don't do anything.
But they just go, well, we just have to use only Cody ever in the top spot. It's like,
it's very weird. And, you know, Cody can still work. You know, there's nothing wrong with Cody, but I just think sometimes the pairing.
It doesn't have to be always only one guy for years.
Cody, Punk, Roman.
You can rotate between more than just 2 to 3 guys. You can rotate 10 guys and use them all in that spot over the period of a year.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be all on only one guy's shoulders.
Yep.
It doesn't. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, again, I just feel like sometimes it feels repetitive. It feels too repetitive. And people don't really care that much about some of these matches.
That's right. Yeah, agreed.
Lesnar and Oba was like an enjoyable match. I thought it was fun. I feel like they could have utilized the Hell in a Cell idea a little more. Like they barely used the cage
but
at all.
What they did do was cool. Like it really felt like these two big titans fighting for that Lesnar spot.
Yeah.
And Lesnar, like very officially this time, openly passed the torch on the mic and announced his retirement forever.
My biggest
not there. He announced it on Pat McAfee, but he announced his retirement.
He's done. Yeah.
He's done. Yeah.
My biggest immediate concern was that they're making Oba too powerful.
Yeah. They want him to automatically just be Lesnar too.
Yeah.
Because they are going, oh, we found a guy that can fill the Lesnar role. Okay.
Yeah, it felt like they went a little too fast, but I felt like what they did at Mania would have been fine.
But Oba's the guy they've built to be a Lesnar guy who actually can be a Lesnar guy.
Yeah. It's just that when you look at wrestling math and you go, oh, Lesnar just decimated Cena like a year ago.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have Oba come in and just destroy, like beat Lesnar and like sell a bunch of his suplexes, just get right back
So now
up.
who the fuck beats him and how? It doesn't make sense.
Who's going to overcome Oba?
We said that the same time when Lesnar beat the streak at Mania. We went, okay, now what do you do with Lesnar?
Right.
And you know what they did with Lesnar, which I can't argue and I have to give credit for?
Kept having him.
They kept having him be the guy, but at the end of the day, whether it was their call or Lesnar's call, he got used to build a lot of guys, though. He got used to build a lot of guys.
And the difference with Lesnar
did a great job building guys.
Well, they knew that. So Lesnar was at the end of his career.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So they understood, like, we can put somebody over in the end here.
They can.
But you can't quite do that with Oba right now.
But he spent multiple years having trilogies with guys to build them.
Yeah. And that's what needs to happen.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how you can look back at Lesnar now and think he's not one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of the all-time greats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, like,
close.
biggest box office, biggest marquee feeling matches, and genius, like, actual, not, I don't want to say genius just because I don't want to call everybody in the business a genius, but he's a very intelligent wrestler in more ways than I think a lot of people think, because a lot of fans will always associate him with the era when he like couldn't talk, and Lesnar was just with Heyman who talked for him, and he just squashed everybody for like 2 years, 3 years of just Lesnar squashing everybody,
doing trap flexes.
Yeah, yep. And like when he first came back, and he attacked Cena and then Orton and shit.
He changed his character in a lot of ways after the UFC run.
He did, yes. That era of Lesnar, they spent years turning him into this fucking beast that can't be conquered.
Right.
And then did the exact right thing with it, which we all went, man, if he's Hogan, he takes all that and he says, fuck building anybody else. He bounces forever.
Yeah.
What he did instead is he spent years using that to build new guys.
Yeah, and the thing is, it was very convincing because you already saw that he was actually a
Look
badass.
at all the box office. Like, look at all the main event matches he did with Rollins and Reigns to help build them. And then Cody, he had the trilogy with Cody to help put him on the map.
The guy was a world champion.
You know what I mean?
He was a heavyweight champion in the UFC.
Yeah, the most legitimate guy.
So, like, it immediately legitimizes what they do, whatever they want to do with him.
That's right. That's right.
Professional wrestling.
Yeah. It's why it went off to the races like that. Same with Mark Henry when he did the whole powerlifting, like world championships or whatever.
Yeah.
After starting and having the gimmick, the world's strongest man, and then people were talking about it.
Yep.
Like he couldn't do it anymore. So he was like, Vince, I got to go do this. And Vince said, cool, man. Cool story. There's no room on our roster for the second strongest man in the world, though. So if you're going to go do it, you are winning, or your career is effectively going to be over.
Right.
Or at the minimum, your gimmick's toast.
Yeah.
So you want to roll the dice? And he went, it ain't a dice roll. I'm that guy. And he did. And he won. And just legitimized his gimmick forever. And now you could never say to him, You're not. No, that's a gimmick.
World's fourth strongest man
sure.
or whatever doesn't roll off the tongue the same way.
Yeah, fourth is funnier than second, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Jericho gimmick.
That is.
I'm not the first. I'm the fourth strongest man.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big difference. There's a gap there.
Yeah, that is.
I can lift this table.
Yeah, you could make that work. You
I
could
could lift
actually make
this
it work.
heavy sledgehammer,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not bending a car door or whatever.
Yeah, you could have him like lifting light shit like feathers and shit.
It's a great gimmick, and it screams Jericho.
Mm-hmm. That's a great. Yeah, somebody's got to do that. Yeah, the tombstone on the boards was pretty funny.
That would, dude. Lesnar's retirement match, being Oba in a Hell in the Cell, I thought was really cool though.
Yeah,
and the best spot of the whole thing was him pulling the boards up and doing a tombstone.
Yeah,
full bore, full homage to Taker.
Yep,
like that was big.
Yeah,
I thought that was a very meaningful moment too for him.
I started thinking about it afterwards. I was like, they have like the Slim Jim tables and they have the Wingstop chairs, and I was like, they should have put like a Lowe's or like a Home Depot logo on the boards
wood
underneath.
That would have made me geek. It would have been trash, but it would have made me geek.
Yeah, it would have been so trolly to do.
Creative, funny ad placement like that is hard to dispute. It's why like Prime, fuck Prime. I think Prime's dog shit. Personally,
it's so bad.
It's so bad. It's garbage. But the Prime bottle speed getting destroyed and thrown through table shit's amazing. The Prime bottle KSI was always wicked funny.
Yeah.
And people using the rack of Prime bottles that are empty for no reason, just sitting there, was always funny.
The hydration station.
LA Knight would always fuck with the hydration station. So like they found funny ways to do more with it than just a logo on the mat.
Yeah. That's what I mean when we talk about like the mug root beer guy. It's like that guy should have taken a bump or something.
He should have done anything other than just been out there to celebrate.
Yeah.
You could have had any random NXT kid get in that suit and take a bump.
Yeah,
That's
I
funny.
I just want the mascots to get hit.
Or Speed.
Yeah, or put Speed.
Who's obsessed with getting involved in stupid shit like that,
Yeah.
and he's just money.
He can't
Everything
wait.
he touches is
That
money.
dude can't wait to get in a foam
Yep,
costume.
he's going, please God, do a fucking F5 to me.
Yeah.
Or something. F5 me through a table.
Put me in the
begging
foam and I'll do whatever.
Yep, he don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the match. Again, I didn't love the decision for Lesnar to come back in the first place.
Me neither. I thought the organic, teary-eyed retirement was really special.
Yeah.
Having said that, as soon as I found out he was going to get to retire in Minnesota.
That made sense.
Though.
Yeah.
For this, I was like, oh, yeah, I get it. You got to do it. You got to do it. Because and to his credit, he didn't make a big sobby boot leaving thing after that either.
Right.
He just gave a good thank you, got on the mic, said, I was the deal. This is the deal now, and left. And I thought that was cool. He didn't make it. He didn't try to replicate his original boot moment. He knew he did that, and he went a different route this time.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool, though. I don't blame him at all for going, wait a minute, I'm going to get to do a trilogy with this guy, really put him over, and I can close it and close my career in Minnesota.
Yeah. I thought Minnesota, is it US Bank Stadium? I think it is. That was a great venue for SummerSlam because they have that glass, like the glass wall that lets the light through.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives you this outdoor feel, but it's not.
I really liked it. I thought that the arena setup was cool.
Even the stage looked good, I thought.
Yes.
So that's nice.
I just genuinely really liked SummerSlam this year.
I thought it was a good show.
I thought it was good. Yeah, it was better than Mania, I thought.
It was. It definitely was.
Yeah.
Night 2. So there's the Zayn and Balor match, and then it becomes a fatal 4-way. So Gunther comes out, and they go,
this was so good.
Well, actually, we're going to make... So
Aldis came out and was like, I'm GM again.
It's going to be a triple threat. And then he goes, well, actually, it's going to be a fatal 4-way. And then Kevin Owens music.
Which was incredible.
And I remember reading a couple days before, I was like, he's healthy. So like...
Year and a half out with a career-threatening injury.
Yeah.
So happy he got to come back. He looked exactly
like
the same.
Does. Yeah.
He looked amazing.
Yep. Very, very
so
glad
lucky.
To see that.
I'm so happy for him.
Also glad that he won. And that was a number 1 contender match too.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
Very cool. I enjoyed that. And I think that was how they opened it. Is that how they opened the show, or was the match before
Was it?
that?
I think it might have been.
Then there was a ladder match, the women's ladder match, which I thought was good. They did a great job teasing Chelsea Green at one point during this.
Yes.
And I remember saying, like, that's what you got to do is have her climb and get the crowd response, because they use that as a tool a lot.
They do.
And you just have them climb and get a
And
crowd
it
response.
gauges if you're making the right call by having her win.
Exactly. Yep. And even if they don't win, you still know. Now you go, oh shit, okay, there's fan support for this.
And
person.
having her do the spot where she gets knocked out and
is
hangs
hanging
off the ladder
down.
for the rest of the match.
Yeah.
I loved that.
I saw it coming too when she was just still there. I was like, she's just gonna.
She's too good, man.
Yeah.
She's too good. And in ways that a lot of fans probably just don't even realize, because they're like, she's not doing 450s and shit. And it's like, that's not everything, dude.
Now I haven't looked
She's
at any
so
of the
good at what she does as a character. She has her character figured out at a world champion level.
So now she has gotten an injury, and I don't know what.
God
it's
damn
gonna
it, dude!
do.
I know this pisses me off.
An orbital injury,
And
or
it
something?
seems like it was a freak accident.
I don't know.
they
what
tried to
the
do-
status is for this.
They
now.
tried to do a move and they crushed her orbital, and I'm sure she's going to need surgery. And it's so fucking stupid and unlucky that she got injured immediately by an accident too. Accident.
It was on a taping or something.
It
Or
was
on
like SmackDown.
Maybe it was on SmackDown.
Yeah, it was on SmackDown. A double team move, complicated double team move being attempted, and somebody landed weird and landed right on her eye, her right eye, and it's all fucked. And
Yeah.
she said something about it. But I hope that she comes out with the belt with a Phantom of the Opera style mask on,
Yeah.
and doesn't wrestle and doesn't defend it.
Yeah, you could. I mean, shit. It's
Like,
an interim title.
what?
That's another thing we
It
talked
would
about.
be hilarious for
Yeah.
her to be a non-defending champion with the interim,
It's so
showboating the fuck
It
out.
definitely works for her gimmick for sure.
Yeah, and it sets up for one. It works for her great. She will smash that out of the park. Two, it sets up obviously having Rhea Ripley come back to unify the titles, and her just being terrified of it and finding ways to avoid it.
I mean,
you know?
it was probably over a year ago. Probably we were talking about interim titles and how they should do that.
And this was a no-brainer, and I think it was the right instance to do it.
Why
I
would
loved
you,
it.
Why
Loved
would
it.
you not want to have the belt on TV?
And the match was actually decent. It wasn't the craziest ladder match you've ever seen or anything like
No,
that.
it was a good
but it was
match.
smooth. Like everybody involved in it was the right people, and everything was fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't the craziest match I've ever seen, but it wasn't shitty.
Right. Right.
Like the matches weren't, oh my God, are you kidding me? They just weren't shitty.
right.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's all you need, though.
That's
you
it.
just need them to
That's
be
it.
good.
Yeah, they were good matches, and a lot of good storytelling in the matches. A lot of
And good decisions in the first
good
two
decisions.
matches.
Yep. And again, like they did big ad breaks once in a while instead of nonstop shove down your throat ads.
But what they did starting off night 2 was they gave the fans what they wanted out of the first two matches. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And
Yes,
they did
they
that
did.
really well. And then you had the human monies on a pole
I just
match.
spilled a drink on myself on there. That's okay. Yeah,
We didn't see-
human
well, I
money's
think-
on a pole match. I loved, and I'll tell you why. It just stays in line with what Danhausen is about,
Yeah.
which is taking legendary things people did that got shit on for being trash and lampooning them on purpose.
Yeah.
And making them part of the experience of his career. Like the lore of the Danhausen career now is when you talk about this character, you're like, dude debuted out of a fucking weird casket setup to just no pop.
Yeah.
The most Danhausen shit ever. Came out and did his shit after a minute-long deal, says nothing, just awkwardly leaves.
Yeah.
A poof, an underwhelming
And everybody's
poof.
going, what the fuck
Yep.
was that?
And it's on purpose because his whole gimmick is he thinks he's this fucking grand
Yeah.
deal. And it's all it's all a
wasn't
joke.
even 7 days later where everything blew up Danhausen.
He touched a mic. They heard his voice one time and
Yeah.
they went, yep, 180. He's the man. And now he's one of the top 5 highest merch sellers, and it's not going to stop for years.
Yeah. No, I thought that was fun. It was a fun match.
Dude, he's working right now with Cody and Punk on the house show circuits.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. How over a guy is and what position they'll give him if he's that over. Look how much time Danhausen gets.
Yeah, sometimes it's weird. Sometimes like they throw him into weird shit, but like when it's not, sometimes you can just make it a weird, funny one-off.
I don't think people understand what his motives are. He understands the business in a way a lot of people don't. A lot of wrestlers seem not to. Nobody understands that you can have one of the greatest, most beloved Hall of Fame level careers and never even be looked at as an intercontinental level guy.
Right.
If you have tons of TV time and tons of memorable segments and tons of memorable time used on your moments.
Right. You
are drawing crazy dollars.
Yeah.
You're a top guy who isn't even near a title.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, and it's like you can make things matter.
R-Truth. It's why when R-Truth got fired, R-Truth being let go showed that there were executives that didn't get that.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Well, that's the thing is, as long as you have memorable bits, you don't need the gold ever. No, it doesn't ever need to be.
R-Truth is one of the most legendary and beloved wrestlers ever.
Yeah,
and he has 0 WWE World titles as far as I know.
I don't even know where he's...
You don't even consider whether... It doesn't matter.
Is he
You're
still
not
under
even
contract?
thinking about him going, oh, yeah, for sure. He's been with The Miz and shit, hasn't he? With all the stuff going on with Danhausen.
Is he in on SmackDown?
I think he is. SmackDown, yeah. Pretty sure.
I don't watch a lot of SmackDown. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, SmackDown, yep. Yeah.
So, at least...
But he's one of those guys that it's like, oh, so you'd fire The Undertaker when he's 25 years into his career. And they go, Undertaker's not R-Truth. And I go, he is, though. And you want to know why? Because R-Truth has 50 billion memorable moments. They just aren't winning the title at Mania and shit.
Right.
They're like climbing the ladder in the Royal Rumble.
Sure.
And shit, you know what I mean? There are all these other super memorable moments that anybody that saw it went, this guy's a god, you know?
Yeah, and on one hand, you're like... Does the mainstream know R-Truth as well as Danhausen? You know what I mean? Like already Danhausen,
he's already the dude.
He like crossed the border. Yeah,
he's on ESPN constantly and shit.
Yeah,
that's all you need to know. This guy's character blew up on a world scale in a way that only happens to top of the industry guys.
Yeah,
and it happened the fastest we've ever seen ever.
Yeah.
Not because his career's not like he's been going for years and years on the indies, but from time joining WWE for the first time to being one of their biggest draws, period.
Yeah, like he worked with AEW for a long time. Then, you know, you have this platform WWE has where it can just blast you into another stratosphere.
Yep.
And that's one thing that WWE does have. And it's perfect for him because he doesn't have to work as much. You know what I mean? And even in ring, he's not bad. You know what I mean?
He's acceptable. He's exactly what he needs to be in ring.
Right.
He's able to do cheesy, hokey shit that fits his character the best it'll ever fit anybody's character ever.
Yep. Yeah.
He's the guy needing to do a cheesy wind up when the ref's not looking at shit. That's all his moveset has to be. He never has to do a technical move one time.
A human money's match.
Yep.
That's all you gotta do.
Cody just had Santino Marella on there, and he was talking to him about how much of a genius comedy wrestler Santino is, like one of the greatest of all time, and how he was like, dude, I've watched you go to get up on the rope to do your taunt and purposely slip, and the crowd is like, oh, and then you look over to Umaga or whoever is your team, and they sell it by being like, oh. And then the crowd sees that. And everybody in the back doesn't even necessarily realize what's going on. And before the match even started, you're getting the whole crowd to be going, one more time. And then you go up and you slip again.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, like he walked out He's not even wrestling. He's just already, the second he's on camera, he's already fucking with the crowd, and they just go, what? Right into the palm of his hand. And he does whatever he wants with them without being a good wrestler or a main eventer. He just locked him up in his palm and went, nope, I control the audience, though.
Yeah, you can get goofy shit to have the crowd being like, oh.
Look at the Royal Rumble where Foley came in and had the face-off with Santino, where they did Sako and the Cobra, and they turn and go, oh, and face up, and the crowd is like, like blow the roof off the place over Cobra versus Sako.
Yeah.
And it's because you're talking about two of the greatest comedy act wrestlers that have ever lived.
And their sidekicks. You know what I mean? They have like a character that's based around like their other.
And Mick Foley, one of the greatest comedy wrestlers of all time. And what's funny is you don't think of him like that because of all of the crazy shit he did.
Yeah, I kind of think of him in a lot of different ways. But he's like had 4 different characters.
Yeah, so and they've like, all worked and been money. So it's like, but yeah, anyways, Danhausen, back to Danhausen. Yeah. He is the future of comedy wrestling, and he has shown that you could be a pure, strictly comedy wrestler and be a top level earner and draw for the company.
Right. I actually had Santino in my notes further down because I love. So tonight, actually, on TNA is Jeff Hardy and Nick Nemeth. Which is going to be cool.
For the world title, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Is it?
I don't know if it is or not.
I don't remember.
But I know that they're going to do like a tag match down the road at like their pay-per-view. But Santino coming out and calling them the Hard Boys every time is just...
Dude, his naming is so funny. And they actually rated all his nicknames, and they rated number 1 was John Chena, which is one of the greatest things ever.
And it's perfect because it's just... Like, he could do it on accident sometimes.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And Danhausen learns from that and also has his own creative nicknames that aren't just rehashes of Santino's.
Yeah. So I guess it is for the title, is what it looks like.
Like,
for the TNA
he used to call Steve Austin Cold Stone. Cold Stone Steve Austin, right? And now Danhausen just calls him Cold Steve.
Cold Steve is so good.
It's so good, dude. Yeah. It's so good.
Cold Stone. We were gonna do. There was like I always had an idea for a bit, and I never filmed it. But I was just doing a stunner to somebody at Cold Stone, the Cold Stone stunner. Yeah. And nobody wanted to do it because you got to take a stunner
in Cold Stone in front of the workers who are like, you can't film in here.
And then Cold Stone went out of business.
Yeah, they did go out of business overnight, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Not the company, but in our hometown, there was a Cold Stone Tim Horton combo that the guy, the rumor is, dude walked in one day in a suit and was like, this place is cool. Yeah, how you guys doing or whatever? And they're all like, who are you? And he went, oh, I'm with corporate and we're shutting this location down right now. So you guys are all out of jobs and you leave today. And they just went, bye, doors are locked this minute. Good spot. This is a cool spot. We're shutting it down right now.
Yeah.
And
it was cool.
And they just went, yep, overnight, this place shut down.
It's not good for you though.
No. But Tim Hortons is good.
It is.
Yeah.
But loading up a bunch of Cold Stone, dude.
No.
I mean, it's not good for you, but it's fucking delicious.
It's good though. Yeah.
Let's see what else. I think that was it, right?
For SummerSlam? Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean,
what else is there?
You had like the actual. Well, so where are we? Let's look at the SummerSlam.
Yeah, let's bring it up.
Results. Well, I don't know if I'm going to just get results.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Reigns and Rollins, which was actually a lot of fun.
Oh, LA Knight, Solo, and Royce was cool. Solo Sikoa he's too good.
Baron Corbin was fun to see. I liked that.
Yep, I liked Baron and Trick. That was cool.
Yeah.
I really, I thought that the Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence match was okay.
Yeah.
I thought Paige looked really good in that, like the best she's looked since she's been back. And I didn't like seeing Nikki Bella, or was it Brie? Brie Bella?
Yeah.
That got her fucking Dude, she got her, like, what is that, scapula or some bullshit?
Yeah, it, like I don't know if
the shoulder back plate got, like, fractured. That's such a beaten injury.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what
That's a
happened
weird
there.
one. She was leaned back on the stairs, and
Oh, right.
can't remember the girl's name.
She took, like,
somebody from Fatal Influence, though, ran at her and did, like, a nasty move.
Yeah.
But the way that
she just hit the stairs weird.
it just looked weird, and it caught her shoulder the way she was positioned. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, we
man.
talked about Gable and Penta, and then I did like seeing Baron Corbin. Trick Williams is great too.
Yeah. So we actually did cover everything. Oh, Roman and Seth is the only thing we didn't cover.
Yeah.
That's a very divisive match. I think a lot of people were pissed about it. As a MAGA fan of the Shield, it was special. I think that match was just for them and for fans of the Shield.
It was a Shield tribute match.
Yeah,
you know what
Shield
I mean?
tribute match. I think they both are getting close to retirement if they're doing stuff like that, though.
Well,
that
that's
whole
why.
angle was just them going, we're not going to get to do this again after this, are we? You know?
Yeah.
And that made it have a lot of emotion in it. I thought it was a really emotional match for anybody that is fans of those two guys' careers, which I am and have been following them since they were both in NXT, going, these guys could be the future.
Yeah, and they paid
and more than them, but them also.
Well,
they're
they paid
included.
their tribute to like Ambrose and things
I
like
thought that was the best part, was them literally saying Ambrose in the broadcast.
I thought the match was pretty good. Actually, it was pretty
Me
back
too.
and forth. They gave him a lot of time.
Yeah,
I don't know. It seemed
and
like
a
good
lot
match
of
to me.
cool spots. A lot of cool spots that had a lot of history to them. A lot of storytelling through the spots being references to their careers and to Ambrose and shit.
Yep.
Like they hit a Dirty Deeds DDT in the match.
It was really cool. Like the pacing was great because they were able to do the storytelling. And I remember you mentioning it at one point where, they're doing a lot of literal talking to each other in the ring. And the audience doesn't get that part.
They don't get it.
We get it on the broadcast.
But that's because WWE is a show made to be digested on television.
Well, tell that to, WWE.
Yeah. I know. When you do stuff that is only matters to people if you're watching the TV broadcast and can hear what they're saying, it's tough sell for me. When they claim so much that they only care about the reaction in the crowd at the live shows, that tells them all they need to know. They'll never listen to the viewers. Then why do you do storyline spots that only work on the viewers?
Right.
Explain it. So that stuff's weird to me, but it doesn't piss me off because I'm a viewer and I believe that it's for the viewers. And I like that they do those talking spots because it's for the viewers that aren't in the arena.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I enjoy that kind of stuff. We talked about that when they really leaned into talking to each other in the ring.
Yeah. It doesn't always make sense.
Yeah.
In this match, it made sense.
I think you can do a lot with that.
And to be fair, without even knowing what they were saying, just seeing them be talking to each other means anything to the crowd more than nothing.
Yeah. I think even if you're there, you can tell by the gestures and what's happening.
You don't have to know what they're saying to get the idea.
Yeah.
But it's way better when you can tell what they're saying because they're saying dialogue that's part of the story.
Yeah,
they're not just talking shit to each other generic.
Sort of parallel note, I would say there was another thing you mentioned because we were talking about Club WWE and WWE Radio and things like that were coming out. And I was like,
dude.
Who wants to listen to pro wrestling on the radio? And you said, well, which I thought was a good point. It's kind of old school baseball style.
Yeah.
You're in the crowd and listening to the radio and you can hear the commentary.
Because there's no other way when you're there to hear any commentary. So it's, and you can't listen to the broadcast because there's always going to be a 5-second delay. They have to do that.
Yeah.
That's not up to them. That's regulation, Yeah. If you're going live, you have to, just in case anything crazy happens, a bomb goes off. You better not be showing that on the air. They need 5 seconds to go. Cut it now. Cut it. You know,
most of the time it's just somebody saying.
but usually someone
word.
says "fuck" when they're not supposed to, which is less of a thing now in WWE. They're looser.
Little
They
bit,
still censor it sometimes. Other times they're looser. That's all good. This isn't even about that. The point is when you're in the arena, there's no way for you to hear the commentary,
unless
which
you're
is
sitting
a
behind
major,
the commentary
unless you're behind
table.
them. It's a major intentional aspect of the delivered product.
Yeah.
It's part of the storytelling.
Yeah, and that's I really like that. Like, I'm a big baseball fan, though.
Yeah.
And that's like an old school baseball thing to sit
And if you're in the arena watching the show live, you now have a way to have the matches called for you by anybody good. They had fucking Vic and Book doing
Booker
it.
T, yeah.
They had the NXT squad there calling the match on the radio. That's a great squad, and that's huge for them. They got to call SummerSlam.
Yeah, but I guess. How much is Sirius XM? Would I pay for that? Probably not.
No, but there's so many other ways to get that feed.
You can definitely get that feed somewhere.
The feed is there to be listened to if you have to.
My thing was like in arenas, anytime I'm in an arena like that.
Yeah. Dude, that's a big deal.
I never get service.
And it's funny because right before that, we were talking about how
because everybody's on their phone.
even if you don't do a radio, we were thinking like, how could you do a closed circuit broadcast of the commentary real time that when you go to the shows, they go, oh, here's the code to put in on your phone on the WWE app to access the live broadcast. Something like that, right? And then you can listen to it with earbuds. Even better, they went, oh, duh, we're just going to do the baseball thing that is socially acceptable. It's been with baseball for 100 years. Used to be the only way you got the games was you listen to radio for decades.
Yeah, I wonder if people even think about doing that.
There wasn't even TV when baseball started.
I bet you'll get people who already have WWE Radio who do think of doing that for sure.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, I think that's a great solution to that. If I go see a WWE pay-per-view, you better fucking believe I hope that WWE's radio is going. I'm putting a headphone in and I'm listening to the broadcast while I'm there because I want the matches called for me.
I would almost make it free.
Make it free. If you're at the show and you bought tickets, you get to listen to it. It should be mandatory.
Well, I would just make it free anyway. Like you're not seeing it.
Just make it free anyways.
Yeah.
That's genius. Yeah.
Like why?
I know that's genius. It is though, because it makes it so that even if people can't afford to see your shows on TV, they don't even have a computer to watch it in a sketchy way for free.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Everyone does it.
There is something really cool. Like, so during baseball season, I will listen to Angels games on the radio.
Yeah.
There's something really cool about that.
For sure. I know more than you that still listen to stuff on the radio. And I think there's just a cultural shift happening where people are starting to realize technology got to a place where it's pointlessly too far. It's not benefiting society. And there was a sweet spot between analog and digital.
Yeah.
There was, and it was in like the 2000s. There was this sweet spot between physical media, internet,
MP3
and digital and stuff,
shit.
where you had online gaming, but it wasn't just DLC, bloatware, ads, in-game apps, fucking trash.
Yeah, there's
in-game
actually
purchase, fucking scams.
There's kind of a thing right now where people are going back to some of these things.
Yes,
which
that's
is
what I
weird.
mean. It's swinging now to where technology is kind of
I wonder how much of
reaching a
it
stale space, and now you're gonna see people just optimizing for existing tech.
Yeah, I wonder how much of it is nostalgia and how much is...
Yeah, I'm sure nostalgia's a lot of it, but we're also realizing, like, look what Sony's doing with physical media, where they're like, no, we're going to get rid of physical media. And then we're conveniently going to remove movies you paid for from your ability to access them.
People don't love their stuff being taken
good luck.
away.
Yeah, they don't. I'll tell you
For
what.
some reason.
If purchasing is not ownership, then piracy is not illegal, and that's just a fact.
Right.
So
Yeah.
get fucked.
So next
you
time-
want to steal stuff away from people that they bought from you. Expect they steal back.
So next time there's a TNA pay-per-view and like I don't want to buy TNA Plus, you know what I mean? I might watch it illegally. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
It is what it is, man.
I might have to. Yeah, man. I don't know.
To be fair, I watch most stuff after the fact and watch it on YouTube and stuff. So,
well, yeah.
yeah.
Nowadays,
I try. I want to support them as much as I can, but if I don't have the money to throw at pointlessly priced services that shouldn't even be there, then I'm not going to throw that money, and I'm going to find a way to watch it free.
Well, yeah, and if you have a wrestling company that is good at social media,
yep,
they are posting a lot on YouTube anyway.
Yeah.
And because they're going to make money off of that.
AEW and WWE both have that in a really good spot now, where they have a lot of social media content and presence and visibility that makes it so that even if you don't watch the weekly shows, you have an idea of who's what matches are good,
if we're
who's
being
champions,
honest,
big moments happening.
If you don't watch Raw or if you don't watch SmackDown and you go on YouTube, you're going to see at least an hour of the show.
Yep. And on top of
close.
that, you go on just social media, like just even Instagram. Just pick one. We'll go with Instagram, and you follow their accounts, AEW, WWE, SmackDown, Raw, Dynamite. They'll all have separate accounts that are covering specific content based on what those accounts are supposed to do. And if you follow all of those, your feed is going to keep you up to date on exactly what's going on without ever even watching the show.
Sometimes to the detriment.
How we even survive doing this.
Sometimes to the detriment. Sometimes you get things spoiled, but
yeah. But they do that because they know they're capturing tiers of fans. There's guys that are going to pay for everything. There's guys that pay for some. There's guys that only pay for cable and watch stuff on cable or whatever. There's guys that only watch whatever is on whatever they actually have. There's guys that fucking pirate everything.
Yeah.
There's guys that only watch on social media, and they want to capture as many people as they can in every tier. And so they know social media free tier requires them to be up to date with what's going on as much as they can, whether it spoils stuff or not.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's no different than when the national championships happen in like basketball or something, right? And they, the playoffs happen. The second the Knicks won, you think everything wasn't posting, the Knicks just won.
Of course it was.
Like, of course it's instant spoiled because it's a live sporting event.
Yeah. Sometimes it just sucks.
Yeah. And that's how they treat the wrestling product is like when it airs, it's like that.
Sometimes I I don't know, it's Tuesday or whatever, and I'm up early.
And I'm going to watch Raw.
I open it up just to do whatever, and it goes, new champ. And I'm
new champ, new debuting guy, especially the Raw after Mania. It's like you just have to plan on watching it live. You just have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Fair.
Yeah.
Speaking of Raw, I mean, this week I thought Raw was fine. Actually, the last couple of weeks it's been okay.
Yeah.
But I liked the Royce Keys Jacob Fatu thing that they did. That was kind of cool.
Absolutely.
It was neat seeing Royce Keys be part of that. That's a main event on
Raw.
Raw.
That's a main event on Raw with Royce, who just came in, but he's already showing he's ready.
Yeah, that was
he can talk. He can work. He's got a great look. Yeah.
I do think.
And he's tight with Cody, from what I understand. He's one of his actual friends.
On one hand, I would say that people are kind of sick of the bloodline.
Yeah, I think so. I think what they're not sick of though is Solo Sikoa doing anything.
No, that's right. No,
dude, him in the crowd.
Yeah,
him in the crowd when Jay fucking is like whatever, and he ducks and he's like, "Everyone all good?
Yeah,
we all good?
Yeah,
all right, we're good. Anyways,
yeah,
yep." And says he's like, "I got a warning shot for you."
Yeah,
Pew. Dude, he's so over right now. He's doing Rock. When he first turned The Rock, young The Rock, like Nation of Domination, where he was splitting. That's where Solo's at right now.
Yep.
He's about to be the future of the industry,
I got
bro.
Vibes like
him
that,
and Dom and fucking all these younger guys, Braun and shit, dude. Oba.
I feel like he really found his character.
Solo?
And that one promo the other night really kind of solidified it for me.
I think people went, oh, this guy's already been a main eventer.
Yeah, yeah.
And now he's like a main eventer.
He was in the character that he was in the Bloodline.
When he first took over the Bloodline, it was a big shock, and it didn't work out for him anywhere near Roman, but that's because he hadn't taken on this gimmick yet.
I thought he was good in the role, though.
Me too. We talked about it on the show prior to all this, saying Solo is super underrated.
Yeah.
He handled the biggest pressure situation ever. Yep. After, like, the Monday after WrestleMania 40, he fucking turns on Jimmy and destroys him and takes over the Bloodline.
And now all of a sudden you are in the storyline in the company.
The storyline.
Yeah.
and Roman's gone, and you're running the show. You stepped up.
Yeah. I think it's really
And
nice
he had the
that-
match against Cody in the main event of the next pay-per-view for the title.
Yeah. He is in a spot now where he can just be himself.
Oh, this
And
is
it
going to make him
works.
the best. He's
Yeah.
going to achieve things he never dreamed of with how he's operating right now.
Dude, everything about it, like you can't look away from the guy.
No,
dude.
it's undeniable.
Yeah.
He's the guy. He's the chosen one of all of them, even over Roman. He's the guy with the personality and the talking that is the closest to the most successful guy they've ever had come out of their camp.
I think people feel how genuine it is too.
It's obvious.
He's having fun.
Dude is so hilarious.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah. Big Solo fan right now. Dude.
Yep. He's so good.
I really hope they keep, doing shit with this. It's weird because they had Jay win and then now he's gonna, and it was also weird. I thought that they were like, if Jay wins, he hand delivers Solo to Roman, and then he wins the match, and then nothing happens on Raw. It's over. So I was like, what? We have to wait till next week for that? That's kind of odd.
Yeah.
But okay. I mean, I guess I thought he should have lost.
I thought he should have lost.
He should have lost, and then Solo should have said, I have nothing to do with this anymore. Bang. And now
Bang. I'm a main eventer now. Yep.
that would have been the way to go. But
They'll get there.
Maybe they will. Maybe
They're
they
going to
have a
get
winding
there.
road. But I think people, again,
I think
people
he
are
should
sick of the
beat
bloodline.
Roman. I think
Yeah.
he should have that really happen. Him versus Roman for his freedom, and he wins.
If they do it, I just want it to be the end of the bloodline, man.
Me too.
I want it to be done. Like
It's
it's
time.
always going to be there in some way, but I think people are just fucking done with it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna. I think I'm gonna do tonight is watch. Dude, there's so much on tonight. Right, this is the problem. I gotta watch the Field of Dreams game. I want to watch the Packers preseason.
What time
game
is
just to
it?
see
Yeah, I mean, it's about that time.
And
We
then,
can start wrapping up.
TNA's got the. I want to see Hardy and Nick Nemeth. Too.
Have to. Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna watch all this, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna have a try screen up or something, I guess. I don't know, man. What else? Dynamite was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Last night.
Yeah, we watched that together. In Discord.
There was a spot where Jericho, like Don Callis, was supposed to run in and hit Jericho, and Jericho wasn't near the ropes with the walls.
Yeah.
And so Jericho had to like walk his way to the ropes. It looked really bad.
It was bad.
That was rough, but like I don't know. Other than that, like I thought Dynamite was
But
good.
whatever. That was such an obvious, like, who cares?
We're looking.
It was funny.
I'm definitely looking forward to Kenny and.
We were
Ospreay.
talking about that last night when we were watching. We were like, dude, I can't believe we're getting
at Wembley Stadium.
Omega versus Ospreay for the fucking world title in Wembley.
Yeah, that's gonna be sweet.
That's gonna be unbelievable. Kenny looks amazing. He looks like when you see him walk around I can't help but look at the way he walks around and go, man, he's got injuries.
Yeah, but then you see him in the ring.
Then you see him in the ring and you go, nope, he doesn't. He's Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, it's
Yep,
very
he's
deceptive.
still a god. He's still a wrestling god.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a lot that he can't do anymore. Like he still kind of does everything. Maybe to a little bit of a lesser degree, but he still looks
He's
incredible.
so incredible.
It's going to be Ospreay's the guy that he's going to have to keep up with, though,
Yeah.
So this is going to. I think the match is.
I think it's a big launching point for Ospreay as a top guy.
Yeah. Well, he is already up there,
He is, but this is winning the big one for the first time against Omega.
Yeah.
In Wembley.
And he's gonna
Wembley.
probably win. You're gonna hear a lot about Ospreay because people are very polarized on that dude.
I don't get how.
And I think that it's
how.
Here's the thing. His character is like an Assassin's Creed gimmick in a way.
It is.
He's like meant to be a high flying, like over the top,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think it works for him, but people don't love this whole, some people don't love the flipping around and
I know, but
some of the spots I don't love either, but I think as a performer, he's great. So I don't think he's deniable at a certain point.
How do you at this point? He's main eventing Wembley.
Yeah, I think
with
he's fantastic.
Omega for the world title. That's the biggest deal that you get.
Yeah.
That's the biggest deal you get.
Yeah. I don't know. That's it for me.
Yeah, same.
I do have like I have a bunch of these YouTube videos, and what I want to do is either do a banked episode where we watch a bunch of like bad promos.
I love the sound of that.
Or maybe just do it like as a separate thing. I don't know. It would probably be a good banked episode.
We need to coordinate that. We can do that. We can do that on a separate time without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like this weekend or some shit. I can come over for a few hours
list
and we'll
of just
do it.
like botched
We
promos
have
and
to do
like,
this. We have to do it. Yeah.
Like classic moments. And
Yeah.
shit.
For sure.
Other than that, man, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna check out TNA tonight, I think. And
Yep. I'll be around. So if you do it in Discord, I'll be there.
Yeah. That's what we'll do. I'll just show it on there.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Good stuff.
Appreciate you watching.
Absolutely.
Every 2 weeks we're here. We're live, YouTube and Twitch. Check us out. Thursdays at 7. Every other Thursday at 7.
Yeah. And now we have the gaming stuff up and running, and that's been great.
Yep. So on our weeks off, you're going to see a gaming video. So every week at 7, basically on YouTube, check us out on YouTube.
Yep.
One
is live, one is pre-taped.
That's right. All right, everybody. Peace out. We'll see you next time.
Peace.